Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Silvercrow, and today we're going to talk about Diablo 4. Still can't believe it's happening, but here we are. I watched the live panel and the developers live stream and some blue posts from the Diablo team and sum up everything you need to know from the upcoming game. We will see the world story, world design, classes, character progression and customization, in-game features, and even more. So far the game is in a very early stage, but seems like they have created a baseline which they are going to work on in the future. The story will start from several years after Diablo 3 Reapers of Souls, and we will see that there is no world war in the sanctuary. We have faced heavy loss after the battle, and even heaven has closed its doors. That's when Lilith gets summoned, and the story and the campaigns are still very unclear, but I think she will try to rule the sanctuary and we will try to prevent that. One more thing about the campaign is that it will be non-linear, so you have the freedom to choose your campaign from several zones. And speaking of zones, let's talk about the world setup. This is going to be an open world style game where players can interact, trade, and even can do PvP in specific PvP zones. Kinda like Lost Ark, you will have the option to play it solo or with other players. There will be world bosses, so you might have to group up with the players. You will get five new zones, and what the devs said that it's going to be so big that we will need mounts. Yes, we will have mounts in the game and it will be customizable. And of course we are going to hell at some point. It will be very gothic and an old look of hell, so I'm really excited to see what's happening there. Besides all these things, obviously we will see hundreds of new dungeons, both indoor and outdoor. It will be instance, so even if you find them in the open world, you can be there all alone if you want to. And they will add weather and day-night cycles as well. And from the art style point of view, it's just perfect. I love the art style, and the game itself, what I think is a good mixture of the theme of Diablo and Diablo 2 along with the combat fluency of Diablo 3. Diablo 4 will start with 3 classes, and they have the plan to make 2 more in the future. Right now we will get Barbarian, the melee class, which will be able to wield 4 weapons, and it's called the Arsenal system. According to your skill and playstyle, you can choose your weapon. With some iconic skills from the previous games, there might be some new skills too. The armor sets will be mostly inspired from a biblical point of view, as you can see from the picture. Next we have sorcerers. They will get their power source from the elementals, and yes, you will be able to do fireball, blizzards, and lightning dash, which looks really awesome. The devs have shared a few armors for the class, so as a whole looks like a very fun casting class to play. And finally we get druids. Now this is kinda my favorite right now. You will be able to have pets with you and you can shapeshift. There will be 2 shapeshifting forms. You can be a bear, which I think would be a tanky one with stance and slow skills. You can also be a werewolf, which seems like more focuses on attack speed and damage. You can stay on your human form, which will be mostly focused on casting, but the best part is you can change your shape whenever you want. So 1 second you are a human, then you can change into a bear and stun your opponent and then go werewolf to finish them off. It's really awesome. When it comes to customization, there will be skill trees for each classes. There will be ruin word system as well. You can level up your skills with skill points so it can become more powerful. They didn't explain too much in the opening panels, so if I get more info on that I will make a video. You will also have visualization customization style, hair, tattoos, skins, and possibly scars, because I think this is a shared world experience with PvP. We all need to look a little bit different from other characters. One last thing is that remember the mount. Yeah, if you dismount, then you will be able to do a combat skill. For example, the sorcerers will be able to turn into an ice ball while dismounting. Also, you can use spacebar to dodge. You can wall climb as well. A tiny little thing which is important is that in every action RPG, I think it's really important, is that you can cancel skill animations, so the gameplay would be a lot smoother. When it comes to leveling or playing through the zones, it's completely up to you. Like I said before, it's going to be a non-linear campaign, so do quest whatever you want. Maybe you can do side quest or explore and grind mobs. You can dive into PvP zones and do some of that. I think it's not going to be a complete single player mode like D3. It's kind of like adventure mode with main quests in it. From the streamers and Q&A, we know a little bit about the end game. Paragon won't be in Diablo 4, but there will be a replacement by a more powerful system. There will be Rift style dungeons from D3, difficulty and level will be scaled up. You can find keys from the world which will be able to open a new style of dungeons. It will have different affixes, so basically it's the Mythic Plus from World of Warcraft. Crafting will play a vital role. Item modification will be important in the game, and there will be leaderboards and season. Some changes of the skill and the classes will make an impact obviously in the meta, and I believe there will be more, but for now that's what they are planning to work. Loots will drop from various sources as usual, but they said that they want to focus more on the legendaries rather than the sets in the game. So the set gears will be less powerful than the regular legendaries. They didn't say about the drop rates of these legendaries, but personally I think the drop rates should be lower than Diablo 3. I mean, if it drops like up and down like every 5 seconds, then it doesn't feel like a legendary, so I think they should make it a little bit lower when it comes to drop rates. That's my personal opinion though. There are other small features too in the game. Trading is one of them, but right now it's just a concept. Items will be labeled as tradable, non-tradable, bind on a cube like World of Warcraft. So far no auction house. And about the future of the game, we will get expansions, probably along with new classes. So when it comes to monetization, it will be buy to play. You have to purchase the base game and the future expansions. And yes, obviously there will be microtransaction. I realized that when they talked about several customization of the characters and mounts. So yeah, so far it will be pure cosmetic. No date on release yet, not even a hint. They said it's really soon, not even Blizzard soon, so maybe 2020 summer or maybe fall, we will see. They will give us updates quarterly throughout the year, so I'm looking forward to see what happens in the future. So what's your thought in the game? Sound off in the comments section. Feel free to subscribe for more content in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, have a nice day.